So we did some math for you guys. We slaved over our hot computers all day, sat in these sweat boxes all day for this information to give to you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy it because it took about a half hour of time to do. So we're going to give you guys our predictions on Q2 for NIO deliveries and where we see Q2 numbers, June deliveries, all of that stuff. We got it all in this video. So we hope you enjoy. Hit that sub button, show support for doing this hard math. Let us know in the comment section below what you guys think of the June numbers and everything as well. But without further ado, man, let's give some razzle dazzle and hop into this. So we do not know the official numbers for June deliveries for NIO, but we do know the percentages of the number of cars that they delivered in the past few months. So we're basing all of our information off of the percentage of car deliveries, and all of that will make sense here in a second when we look into it. So let's just look into it. So this is our Excel spreadsheet of the delivery numbers for April, May, and June. We have it broken down into each individual month. We've done this before in the past, but I've upgraded to Excel, so now it's nicer, now it's more presentable, and we don't look like a bunch of hobos over here on YouTube. So let's start off with April. So April, the ES8, we have them broken down to the ES8, the ES6, and the EC6. We've got the price for the car, we've got how many units they delivered for the month, and then we got the total for each delivery, and then the grand total for the month. So, looking at the ES8s, we know April was a really good month for NIO. They had 7,100 vehicles delivered that month, which gave us a grand total of $396,981,000 for the month. So, that was a really strong month for NIO, which was fantastic. May wasn't so much because, as you know, we were chasing the chip shortage. They also had a couple down days or so for the... Go ahead.
Yeah. End of April, there was a couple down days, but then also May, beginning of the month, there was a couple down days. And as well in May, the main reason was like a regulation change that put them 4 days behind for May. So, yeah, that's the main reason for that number being shorter.
So that puts the May numbers down a little bit, but they still had pretty solid numbers. It didn't really change that much. So off of the 6,700, we still sold 1,400 of the ES8s. They still sold 44% or 3,000 vehicles of the ES6s. And the EC6, they sold about 2,200. And as you can tell, this has been the same for the last couple months that we've been doing this, that these percentages really haven't changed a whole lot. Give or take 1 or 2, 3% on each side.
Right.
But they're pretty solid right where they're at now. I mean, these percentages are exact to the,
it's crazy
for the last few months.
Yeah, it's crazy that the April and May are the exact same percentages. Because the March versus April, they were a little different, but it was, like you said, it was only like 1 or 2% different. It's not like a drastic change. So yeah,
exactly. So it's a little weird that they're still the same. So those are the percentages: the 21, the 44, and the 34% are what we took for our June estimates. And basically how we got our June estimates was we took the total number of deliveries that NIO is expected to deliver, which was anywhere between 20,000 and 21 and 22,000, I believe.
Yeah.
So we took 21 and a half, met it right in the middle, and that leaves us, so after taking these two numbers off the 21 and a half thousand, that left us with a little under 77. So we rounded it up to 7,700 vehicles for the month of June. If they go off the 8,500 that I'm predicting, like they're going to blow this 22,000 out of the water. But more towards 23,000. But so we took these same percentages, took it off this number, and this gave us about 1,600 ES8s delivered, about 3,200, a little over 3,200 ES6s delivered, and then the EC6 we took about 2,600 deliveries, with obviously the ES6 being the most popular model. That gave us a grand total of about 420 million for the month of June. So that is fantastic growth because William Lee even came out and said that this is going to be one of their best months yet. So this 7,700 will definitely be the best month. I think their best month year to date is what, like 72 or 7,300?
Yeah, 72. They haven't had a 73 yet. I think the highest, it was like mid 72s. So yeah, even if they do 73, it would be the highest.
So hopefully, fingers crossed, that's where we put it. So now you guys might be asking, Mike, Chad, what's going on? What do you guys think is going on with the Q2 numbers? What do you see the total? What kind of year over year percentage growth do you see? Well, we're gonna give that to you right now. Look at this. So this is the total. Fancy framework editing here. So we got the Q1 total of $1.13 billion, and that was that they put out back in Q1. So the Q2 total is $1.19 billion, whatever. That gives us a 7.1% increase from Q1 and 108% year over year growth, which is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. The 7.1%, I was kind of upset when we calculated it. If this is roughly close to where they're at, it's not as much growth as I wanted to see, but considering the fact that we, coming out of COVID and then the chip shortage happened, I guess positive is positive. So,
yeah, I mean, we talked about this before, a bunch of other manufacturers. I think it was Volkswagen just recently had to pull back by like 30%. So, their earnings are going to be struggling, but we're still seeing growth in these struggling times of the chip shortage. So
right,
yeah, it's not like 20% or 18% like we've seen before, but it's still growth. So I'm happy with it.
I'm excited for Q3 and Q4 this year.
Yeah,
and then don't even get me started once they start in 2022, starting delivering the new sedan.
ET7. Yeah,
the
you
ET7.
Just add a new column for 50,000 units. Just slap it on.
Right. Just slap it on there. Just half the deliveries for this year are already the ET7. So really excited for that one. So we'll see what happens when it comes to that. I'm excited to see where our numbers stand compared to the deliveries that they're going to be putting out. So we'll keep you guys up to date on all that. We'll bring you the news when that comes out. And we're expecting that July 1st for the deliveries. I'm assuming their Q2 delivery. Do you think their Q2 numbers would come out at the same time? Because they seem to do that at the same time.
Yeah, they do usually do that. But it might not be exactly on July 1st if they're going to do their whole Q2, but we'll have to see. It'll be around there.
Right. So we'll keep you guys updated on that, but let's go ahead and let's talk about the stock. We'll kind of give a little bit more details on it and see what we're thinking with it. So let's go ahead and first look at stock charts. So today it was pretty much trading sideways. So obviously we had that big pullback about 6% 2 days ago, and then yesterday it was up like 3 or 4%, and then today it traded sideways. So that's kind of good that we're holding the 45. We're not going back to 30. Thank goodness. Fingers crossed it does not go back there. We can look at the RSI though. That's really going to tell us where this is headed, and we're just above 50. So that's always a good sign to see.
It's at 60, which it's like usually stays between 50 and 70. So it's like it could go down more, it could go up. Like it could go either way.
Right. So with it not being all the way up to 70, I'm expecting a little bit more. Hopefully tomorrow's more of a green day. Again, as long as nothing crazy comes out with the news and the government being the government, and try not to shoot ourselves in the foot here. But we're well above our 50-day and 200-day moving average, which is fantastic as well. So again, hopefully she keeps going in this direction, and we start to see the moon towards Q3 this year. That would be the ideal. But let's go ahead and look at the stock, show you guys again what it did for the day. Only 0.1% up, and it's showing down. But again, as we always say, we're not concerned about aftermarket because everything changes pre-market before the market opens. Still a relatively low volume for the day of 37 million.
That's really low. That's really low.
Even considering normally at the end of the day, you see a lot of trade, like volume happen, but we didn't really see that with today. Like there wasn't really a crazy amount of volume towards the end of the day. So I don't know. Normally you see it jump up like we did here, in the hundreds of thousands, if not millions. But for the most part of the day, the volume was still relatively low. When it starts to push up to, the price starts to really fluctuate, that's when we'll see our volume go back up towards the 100 million where we really want to see it. So fingers crossed that it kind of goes back in that direction. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
But we're still kind of testing this $45, $46 resistance right now. It's almost a resistance, not even a support. So hopefully, it seems like a support now is about $44, and then our really, really low support is about $40. So hopefully we keep in this $40 to $45 range, and then we can kind of get past that and go up into that 46, man, and just rip and tear from there, dude. Just
let's go back to their Q3 deliveries because you mentioned that. before they said that they were going to have to cut back to 7,500. So I am interested to see, you know, if they're actually going to start doing 7,500 or if they're going to be able to go all the way up to 10,000, which is their original goal.
Right.
If they could start doing 10,000 a month, that would be that would just be fantastic.
Exactly.
That'd be amazing.
Fingers crossed. Hopefully things go out, and we'll, you know, keep you guys up to date on everything NIO and everything stock market related. But that's going to wrap up this video. We hope you guys enjoyed this fantastic presentation of the math that we provided to you guys. Hopefully, let us know down in the comment section below if you guys think these numbers are going to be accurate. From the past ones that we've done, we were relatively close, like within a few $100,000 or a few $1 million.
Yeah,
like,
we were always just shy. So
right,
that's
and
how I'd rather be.
We should have thrown in there that was just strictly car sales. There wasn't any other kind of revenue that they can earn on anything else. That was strictly car sales. So if you're still watching, that's what it was. So, but again, thank you guys for all your support you've given us so far. And again, we're trying to hit 5,000 subs by the end of this month. So hit that sub button. It's the best way to support the channel and keep you guys up to date in all things NIO. And again, as we say, we got all the links down in the description in the first comment of this video. If you guys are interested in Webull or the merchandise or Patreon that gets you access to our fantastic Discord. I'm telling you, it's a good time over there. But again, thank you guys so much for all your support. We'll see you guys in the next video.